Hi 5th grade orchestra, welcome to mini lesson number 3. In this video we're going to do an open string warm-up with a twist this time. We're going to practice some of the songs out of our book. We'll practice playing songs that have D and A string notes in them with no note names written in, and then we'll end with another challenge. So go ahead and get your instrument ready and let's get ready to practice together. For our warm-up today, we're going to focus on bowing open strings with our bow again, but this time we're going to see if we can play some long notes and some fast notes. In a few weeks, we're going to start learning how to play eighth notes. Those notes are twice as fast as the notes we have been playing right now. And before we can do that, we need to make sure that we can move our bow a little bit faster. So when we play regular quarter notes like we have been, we try to use our whole bow, or at least as much of it as you can. But when you play faster notes, you might need to use less bow so that you can move your bow back and forth quicker. So I would say for quarter notes, let's try to use that whole bow, and then for these faster eighth notes, maybe use half of your bow or a little bit less. For this warm-up, we're going to play long notes, and I'm going to mix in some short notes too. So you'll see some long bows and some short bows. We're going to do a repeat after me just like we did last week, but this time we're just going to focus on open D. No A string required. I'll play a rhythm for you, and then I want you to play it back to me as soon as you hear me say, "Your turn now." So listen for those long notes and short notes and see if you can copy my rhythm. I'm going to turn on my metronome, which sounds like this, and hopefully that'll help keep us together. For starters, let's just play some regular quarter notes. Here's the first one. Your turn now. 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 All right, if you are having trouble keeping up with that speed, make sure that you slow it down for yourself. Just practice doing some full bows and then some half bows after that to see if you can get notes that are both long and short. We're going to switch to our book now and play some songs there. In our Essential Elements book, we're going to start on page 8, and we're going to play a few songs that are a little bit trickier for our left hand. All of these songs have skips in them, so we're going to be maybe starting on one note and skipping over a finger or two to get to the next note. We're going to try these songs as an extra challenge with our bow, but they still have the note names written in, so it shouldn't be too bad. Let's start with song number 18, Morning Dance. Before we play it together, take a look because there's a place where it goes from F sharp, skips down to D, and then skips all the way up to G. So make sure you know your notes before we try playing it together. Even though there's a repeat in the song, we're just going to play it one time. Let's go ahead and get set. This song starts on G, so make sure your fingers are ready. And then get your bow set. 1, 2, ready, go. The next song we're going to play is song number 21 on page 9. That's Seminole Chant. This one's a little bit tricky because it switches from G to E and back and forth. Make sure you look through your notes, and then let's get ready to play together. 1, 2, ready, go. Next song is number 22, Essential Elements Quiz, Lightly Row. This one is extra tricky because it adds open A in and there's a lot of skips, especially in the last two measures. You'll notice it goes from open D to F sharp to A and then back to D. So you might want to pause the video and practice this one before we try it together. All right, let's get set. For my violins, violas, and cellos, this song starts on open A, but the next note is F sharp. So I'm either going to tunnel my F sharp by having it down on the D string, or I'm at least going to have it hovering above the D string so it's ready to go really quickly. For bass players, you're starting on A with your first finger, and then your next note is F sharp with 4 fingers on the D. So you should hover your 4 fingers above the D string while you're playing your A. 1, 2, ready, go. We're going to try one more song that still has note names in, but it's an extra challenge. On page 12, we're going to play song number 34, Natalie's Rose. This one's harder than Song for Christine, which we played last week, because the notes are a lot more mixed up. So again, make sure you take a look through your notes before we try playing it together. All right, let's get set. This song starts on open D, so make sure that you have your D string ready. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, just like last week, if you were having a hard time keeping up with that speed, don't forget to keep your eyes on your notes and always be looking ahead. Every time you get to a rest, use that time to get the next note ready. All right, we're going to move on to some songs that don't have note names in. For our note reading practice this week, we're going to focus on 2 songs that combine the notes on the D string and A string with no note names written in. You really need to make sure you've studied your notes so you feel super comfortable with them. In the description down below, look for the musictheory.net exercises. I made you one this week that combines all 8 notes on both of your strings, so make sure you practice and you feel super comfortable before we try these songs. We're going to be on page 19, and we're going to play number 62 down the D major scale, and then we'll try number 63, Scale Simulator. Let's get ready to play number 62. You'll notice that this song, we've already played it in a version that had note names written in. It's just all the notes in the D major scale, starting from high D and then going down to open D. There's finger number helpers in there if you're getting a little bit stuck on the notes. So just take a look and then see if you can figure it out. Make sure your high D's all ready, and then let's play together. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest. 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 All right, the next song, number 63, Scale Simulator, is a little bit more of a challenge because the notes are slightly more mixed up. It still kind of follows the D major scale, this time going from open D up to high D, but it mixes the notes a little bit more. Let's get ready to play. This time we're starting on open D. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest. 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 It's time for another challenge. This week we're going to tackle song number 43, A Mozart Melody, on page 15. This song is also known as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Make sure that you take a look through your notes and you practice it at your own speed before we try playing it together. This week I'm going to skip the practicing at pizzicato first step, but you should still do that if you need it. I'm just going to go right for my bow, and I'm not going to call the note names out, so make sure that you know them before we start. All right, let's get ready to play. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, I hope you are doing well with these challenges and that you keep practicing every week. Don't forget that you can always send me an email if you need any help, and you can always send me a video of you playing if you need some feedback or you just want to show off what you're doing. Have a good week practicing.